How can you sustain a long distance relationship, especially when you and your partner are not in the same country?
Personally, I think there are like 4 unique ways to sustain your long distance relationship, especially when you and your partner don't stay in the same country.
Okay.
And number 3 is the most important one.
Oh, really?
Yes. Number 1, have structured communication.
Structured communication. What do you mean by that?
See, if you don't stay in the same country with your partner,
Yeah.
there will be issue of time zone, which means that there are times that you might be working and your partner is sleeping.
Very true.
So if you don't have a schedule on when to call and when not to call, there will be a lot of misunderstanding, unnecessary misunderstanding.
Sure.
And that is why it is so important that, you have this structured communication.
Okay.
Because when you don't communicate properly on your schedule and all of that, what happens is there will be misinformation or misunderstanding.
Oh.
And when there's a misunderstanding, there will be assumption.
Oh.
And if your partner is a woman, she will start, overthinking.
Very true.
And probably leads to nagging.
Oh.
And when she nags, the man will now start resenting her for nagging.
Yeah, exactly.
And before you know it, the relationship will fall apart. And this is one of the major cause of breakup in relationship. And that is why it's so important that you communicate properly. Have a schedule. Okay, this is time I'm working and this time I'm free.
Yeah.
So that you and your partner will have an agreed time that, okay, fine. Is it on weekend that you guys will call properly, or maybe during working time or during a free time? So it will help you navigate the relationship properly. And this is one of the ways to actually sustain your relationship if it's long distance.
Yeah, but for women, I feel like sometimes not being able to call your partner at a certain time or maybe you call them and they don't pick, it might kind of like lead to mistrust, because sometimes we like to test our partner, like, even if he's worked at it, just pick my call and maybe tell me he's busy. So my question is, this knowing when to call and when not to call, would it be so bad for your woman to just call you randomly and you're not picking up your call?
Okay, so this is the point where I tell people that know what you are getting into before you say yes.
Oh, true.
So if you know you cannot be patient enough to have this structured communication, to have a pattern, to have a routine, don't go into long distance relationship. So be prepared for what you are getting into. For example, if you are dating a soldier, you can't expect the soldier to see you every day. Which means that by the time you agree for that person, you've signed up for at least once in a year communication. Do you understand? And that is why I tell people that, comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
Because you can't compare yourself with someone that is dating someone in a very close contact relationship whereby they see themselves every day and probably boyfriend and girlfriend are even cohabit. So if you are doing long distance, know that you can't be talking every single time.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And this actually resolve a lot of issues in the relationship, because most of the problem is always communication.
True.
And once you can solve communication issue, you can have a structure, you can have a schedule to when you call, to when you don't call. At least you'll be at peace. And your partner will be at peace, because you have to be your partner's peace. So another way to sustain a long distance relationship when you and your partner don't stay in the same country is to have absolute honesty. Absolute honesty? Yes. Talk about everything. Okay. Yeah, because the more you hide, the more your partner become curious. Yeah. And when your partner is curious, they will start suspecting, they will start, there'll be a lot of doubt and all of that. Yeah, and which is not good for your relationship. Because trust is like depositing money in the bank. Yeah. See, the more you do things that your partner can trust, the more you save and deposit in the bank. True. And the more you do things like probably lying and do some shady things, the more you withdraw. And at the point when you are done withdrawing, the bank will be empty. And which means that your partner will completely lose trust for you. You're right. So talk about everything. Talk about your financial situation. Okay. Talk about talk about family, talk about things about you, so that at the end of the day, your partner will not have anything to be curious about. Yeah. Because from curiosity, that's where doubts come from. Talk about everything. I feel like there are some certain informations you might give to someone you've not seen before that might make them walk away from you. So I don't know. I feel like sometimes you have to see this person one-on-one before talking about some certain things. Or what do you think? Okay. For me, I believe that is why there is video call. Okay. Do you understand? Because when you're doing video call, it's more like you're seeing each other. Okay. Do you understand? So for me, and if you want to build a solid relationship, you need to talk about some certain things. You need to talk about almost everything. Because because the only thing you and your partner that is over there as is just communication. Yeah. So if you're not communicating properly, if you're not showing everything, if you're not talking about everything, what do you have? Nothing. True.
You're
Do you
right.
It means that relationship will never be solid. If you're always holding back, the relationship will not grow.
Talking about holding back, I feel like some certain men, they hold back because they are probably not sure of who they are even in a long distance relationship with.
But the truth is, either you're in a long distance or in a close distance, there is nothing that is certain. Everything is risky. You
Yeah.
see some people will say yes today and tomorrow they're already fighting. They've broken up.
Okay.
In a week, they've broken up. Either close or long. So it doesn't matter. It's about your mindset.
Okay.
So you need to have the mindset, okay, fine, I'm getting into this and I'm taking it seriously and I want it to end well.
Yeah.
And that's why I said talk about everything. Because when you talk about everything, you become vulnerable to the person and the person becomes vulnerable to you.
Okay.
And with that, two of you will walk through the journey together.
Yeah, you're right.
So it is not about physical contact or distance. It is about the mindset.
Yeah.
So that is one way to actually sustain a long distance relationship if you and your partner don't stay together. Have absolute honesty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. So another way to sustain a long distance relationship, especially when you and your partner don't stay in the same country, is to have intentional activities.
What do you mean by intentional activities?
Cook together.
Okay.
Yes, like go on dates together.
Oh, virtual
And
dates.
Virtual dates. Do you understand? Play games together, because the truth is, we've been talking about communication.
Yeah.
By the time you talk, you might get tired.
Yeah, you definitely get tired.
Sometimes just go into the kitchen, start cooking something delicious, something special, and show them the process. It will feel as if you are together.
Okay.
And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Either it's close or long distance. Make sure that you do all these intentional activities.
Yeah.
You know, go out, show them wherever you are. Let them be in that moment with you. Especially if you love that person.
Yeah.
Because with that, you bring that person into your world and you can be in that person's world.
Okay, so these intentional activities, what about those that really have tight jobs, like they don't have time at all? So if they don't do these intentional activities, would it make their relationship less valid?
So it depends. If you can make up for it with communication. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, of course. And the truth is, no matter how tight your job is,
Yeah.
you should have free days.
Okay.
Because if you are working in a place and you don't have any free day, it shows that you are working towards your debt. Which for me, that is no job.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That is slavery. That is bad. That is terrible.
Yeah.
So every work you do must give room for you to actually rest.
Yeah.
So in those, few hours of rest, you can just, cook, do something together,
Yeah,
play
right.
games together. You can play video games together. Do you understand? In fact, there was a time I played Ludo game with one person in the US and all of that. It's also fun.
Oh, really?
Do you understand? A Ludo game.
Yeah.
You played it for hours and it's also fun. So you
Okay.
can do that. And one thing is to create a bond.
Yeah.
It's to help you in bonding with your partner more. Because when you do all these intentional activities, it will become something that two of you will always remember.
Yeah.
Because one of the beautiful things you will remember even after breakup are the memories you shared. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are the moments you shared together.
True.
So it is so important that you intentionally create this moment. Because
Okay.
it will help you bond properly, especially when you're in a long distance relationship. And you can do that with video call. Do a video call, dance, you can do different stuff.
Yeah.
And with that, you build a solid long distance relationship and then you will sustain your relationship.
You're right.
Do you understand? So that is one way to actually sustain your long distance relationship. And the last one, which is the fourth way to actually sustain your long distance relationship, especially when your partner does not stay in the same country with you,
Yeah.
is to have end goal discussion.
Can you expatiate on that?
See, as much as dating somebody far away is so important,
Yeah.
you must have a time two of you need to meet physically.
Oh, true.
Do you understand? You need to have a time that, okay, fine, after 1 year, we'll come together, we'll meet and all of that, we'll get married. Because if there is no end goal, one thing that happens is that there is no hope. And where there is no hope, people relax.
You're right.
People are not motivated.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have destination, there won't be roadmap.
Yeah.
So you should have that roadmap and you should have where you are going to. Are you guys getting married in 2 years? Are you getting married in a year? In 6 months? Are you guys meeting? So because the truth is, without physical bonding, relationship is not really genuine.
True.
Do you understand? You can't really build anything solid without physical, because by then you need to actually know what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
So it's
you're
so
right.
important that you have this end goal discussion. Okay, fine. Where are we going at the end of the day? Do you understand? Do you want to get married? And after the marriage or anything, do you still want to remain in your country while I remain in my country, or we, get invited and stay together?
Yeah.
Because that will actually clarify a lot of things, and that will give you hope. That will give you excitement to actually put in your best in the relationship. Because a lot of people are not putting in their best because they are not even sure of where they are going.
You're right.
And where there is uncertainty, there is no effort. People are always scared of making effort. You say, I don't want to invest in her because I don't even know if I will marry her. I don't want to invest in it because I don't even know if it will be with me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it is so important that you create that certainty, understand where you are going. And as I've said before you go into long distance relationship, know what you are getting into. It won't be easy.
Yeah.
Your partner will not call you every morning, night, evening, every single hour. You won't see yourself. So this is a reality that you have to accept. You have to create for yourself.
Do you really think long distance relationships, without having to see each other for a very long time, the love can be genuine?
Yes, of course. We love God and we've never seen God. Do you understand? Yes, we love God, but we've never seen Him. Do you understand? So for me, I think it's the bond you create, because there's some people I've met online. I may never meet them in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But we've created something very genuine together.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. So for me, it's about what you do in those times, because you can even meet somebody in the physical term, like you guys are close, and there's nothing that's happening.
Exactly.
Because I've seen a lot of people that, they started dating and 1 month, 2 months, nothing is going on.
Oh.
So having that, all this activity, have this intentional activity, have a structured communication. Do you understand? And have an end goal discussion.
And be honest.
And have absolute honesty.
Very
you don't want to
important.
start lying, because when you start lying, your partner cannot verify everything. Because the only thing you guys have is benefits of doubt, which means that when you start lying, your partner will lose interest. And before you know it, you guys don't trust each other and the relationship will fall apart. So I believe that if you can do these 4 things, you'll be able to sustain your long distance relationship.
I hope you guys have learned something from this. So if you're in a long distance relationship, I believe you've picked 1 or 2 things to help your relationship. So if you have any other thing you want to add to this, please put it in the comment section.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, share to friends, and I'll be in the comment section reading. If you have any question, drop it there. And then if I wrote a book for you, which is finding the right partner and building a lasting relationship, the love formula, is on my website. If you want to build, something solid, if you want to find the right partner, if you want to know how to find the right partner, just go on my website, israelonodari.com, and place your order and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
My name is Israel Onodari.
And my name is Neyola.
See you next time.
Yeah, see you.